Alright guys, so I just got back from the store with my brand new black Nintendo DSi. I didn't go with the blue one because it was just too bright for me. I didn't really like that blue color. And I also got a case for it, and I picked up two games, Rythm Heaven, which also released today, and Henry Hatsworth and the Puzzling Adventure, which I've been meaning to get for quite a bit now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a very quick unboxing for you guys, and then I'm going to spend some time with the DS, download some DSiware games, play some Rythm Heaven, come back and give you guys my impressions. So let me do a really quick unboxing for you. And the first thing you'll notice on the new DSi's is that it says that you get 1,000 free DSi points, but you have to go to some website. And the box is also pretty heavy, so I'm expecting a lot of manuals in here, probably in different languages. Right on top here, quick start user guide, which, yeah, that's why it was so heavy. This is huge. It's probably got like 20 different languages in there or something, but it's a very thick user guide. And then right in here is the DSi. Okay, here's the DSi. Let me just take everything out first. It's kind of put together like the Wii box. Very neat, everything is all neat. Another new charger, so Nintendo can make you go out and buy new chargers again when you lose them. One stylus, so that if you lose this stylus, I guess you have to go out and buy another one as well. The styluses are also a little bit longer than the DS stylus. DS Lite styluses, I should say. And that's it for the box. There's nothing else in there. So let me show you the DSi. Alright, so this is the matte finish that everybody's been talking about. It's not as bad as I thought. I thought it was going to be like really, you know, coarse, but it's actually smooth, and I think I really like the way it feels. I still am a fan of the gloss from the DS Lite, but this feels pretty good. It is lighter than the DS Lite. Slightly lighter. Not that noticeable, but it is lighter. And here's just a size comparison. The DSi is longer by about maybe 1/4 of an inch, and it is slightly thinner. So the DSi is longer than the DS Lite. Let me just open it up real fast. Oh yeah, the screens are definitely noticeable in terms of the size difference. Let me show you the light. I mean, in terms of pictures, it was really hard to tell, but now that I have it here in front of me, it's very easy to see the size difference. Let me see, how am I gonna... Okay. Yeah, you can definitely see the size difference in the screens. Now, in terms of the buttons, the DSi buttons have more of a click to it now, where if you can hear it, the D-pad makes a click, the buttons make much more clicking, and they're also both lower into the DS. I guess that's so that they can make it thinner. So overall, I'm happy with the design choices that they made with it. It feels a lot lighter, a lot easier to hold. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to test out the DSi and come back and give you some of my impressions on the games I tried out. Alright guys, so this is the interface of the DSi, and that picture you see on top here, I took that with the camera off the computer. And you can do all sorts of things to these pictures, you can edit them and everything, but I'll leave you guys to check out other videos on that because I mainly just want to give you my impressions. So now the main interface of the DSi has changed really a lot since the DS and the DS Lite. Now everything you can select, all your games and everything, are on this bottom menu here, which is basically one long stretch of thumbnail pictures. And every time you buy a game or anything like that, it'll pop up down here. Like I downloaded Wario Ware Snapped, as well as Style Aquia. And since I bought those, they now appear on the wheel down here. Let me show you real quick what you can do with the sound editor. And I thought this was pretty cool. Alright, so basically you can record a sound. Let's do this one. Hit the record button. And right now I'm recording my voice, and I'm going to stop it here. And then from here you can edit it. Okay, so you play it. And right now I'm recording my voice, and I'm going to stop it here. Let me turn it up a little bit. I'm recording my voice, and then from here you can go and edit it. And right now I'm recording my voice, and let me show you real fast Style Aquia. This is a puzzle game, it costs 500 points, And actually getting the 1,000 free points was really easy. When I went onto the DSi shop channel, it asked me to log in with my Club Nintendo account, and boom, I had the points, and I was able to download these. This one is not stylus based, so you have to use the D-pad and the buttons. But it's a very simple, it appears simple at first, and the puzzle takes place on top and bottom of the screen. But basically you're just pushing the blocks in on one side, and the other blocks come out on the other side, and you're trying to match 3 of a kind. Now, I'm not a huge puzzle player, but this is pretty entertaining for $5. And it does have a large learning curve because, really, I've never played a puzzle like this before. And there weren't really many launch titles for this, so your pickings are slim. And basically, the object of the game is to just keep on clearing these blocks until this reaches the bottom here, until your swimmer here reaches the bottom. And then when you complete that, there's one other sequence where you have to match up 2 tiles, and you move on to the next level. Each level has a different theme and music, and I really haven't played it too much yet, but overall, I would say if you're a fan of puzzlers, this is definitely one to try out. Alright, now I would love to show you gameplay of Wario Ware Snapped, but unfortunately it would be really hard to do because when you play it, you're supposed to have the DSi down on a table, and it basically records yourself playing these minigames. So since I have a camera right in front of my face, it's really impossible for me to show you gameplay of this the proper way. But I'll just show you the menu anyway. Each one of these blocks is comprised of 5 different mini games, and yes, it is pretty disappointing. This was also 500 points, but essentially it's demonstrating to you what the DSi is probably going to be able to do in the future. Honestly, I would not recommend this as a purchase, unless you're really curious to see how the camera works, because this here, the first block, it takes 30 seconds, 45 seconds to complete. Same goes for the second, same goes for the third. This one here is a co-op one, so you need 2 people, so I wasn't able to try that one out. But essentially, this game, you can complete it in a couple of minutes. I mean, think of it this way, each one of them is 5 micro mini-games, just like the other WarioWare games, so it goes by extremely fast. Is it neat to try out? Yeah. But is it worth $5? Probably not. Alright, this is Rythm Heaven, and this is the one that I've been really wanting to show you guys because this is so much fun. It's really simple and highly addictive, and it's basically a music rhythm game where you tap your stylus and slide your stylus to the beat of the music. And they're all comprised of little micro levels where each one has a different theme and a different song, and it's just a lot of fun. I played it for 2 or 3 hours maybe, and I've unlocked quite a few levels so far. And it does get pretty challenging. I mean, it starts off pretty simple, but man, does this game get hard. I'm going to do my best to try and show you one of the levels that you unlock pretty early in the game, where it's comprised of a whole bunch of it's comprised of actually the 4 mini games that you beat before it into one. And this one's pretty hard, so let's see how I do. Alright, so this one here you have to hold the stylus on the touchscreen and lift it to the beat of the music. And this one, you flick. I messed up there. Got it that time. And it's just so much fun. There I'm just flicking my stylus. This one I have to press my stylus at the time of the robot. And lift. Flick. And it starts getting faster and faster. And some of you might be saying, well, that looks pretty easy. Trust me, it gets really hard. Some of the later levels I'm having trouble with already. Now it's starting to get faster because I missed there. And this is basically just a remix of the first 4 songs that you play. Alright, let me just show you one more. This one is focused on holding and lifting the stylus. And if you see what I'm doing here, I'm trying to match his beat. So right now the burning question that's probably on everybody's mind is it worth upgrading to a DSi if you already own another DS? I would say if you have a DS Fat, one of the original DS's, it's without a doubt worth upgrading to a DSi. This has so many changes over that, and honestly, the old design of the DS is so cumbersome now compared to this. If you have a DS Lite, it's a little bit harder to recommend, only because, you know, the changes are minimal. I say that for people that probably won't be using the camera that much, or the voice changers, or anything like that. That's more for people that have a family and kids. You know, I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun with that. Obviously, it has the SD card slot. I don't know how much I'll be using that, because it's mainly used to, you know, just store photos and stuff like that. But, you know, the larger screens are a big draw. The screens do get a little bit brighter. There's 5 brightness adjustments instead of 3. The changes in terms of its design, the shoulder buttons are smaller now. It is thinner, it's lighter, the buttons have, you know, they feel a little bit more responsive and not as mushy. I would say, you know, for those of you that have the money to spend on this, I would say go for it, because it feels very nice. But those of you that are a little short on cash and, you know, you already have a DS Lite, I would say hold on to your money, hold off a couple of months until they come out with some really great DSiWare games, and then I'd say it's worth picking up a DSi.